Good evening, everyone. Right now, it's 9:01 on February 18th. For today's announcement, today we have a visitor at the campsite. Hope the entire island joins in a welcome. Okay, I'm curious what that is, but we'll check later. Alright, so here we are. Oh, we have a thing today. It's real. It's really real. From our good old friend Jolly Red. A real thing that we don't have. Which leaves us with 3. And then there were 3. The one of our only goals left. Finish the museum. Praise on to Helix. Gosh, we're so... It's gonna suck, because these last 3 are... I'm not gonna say some of the hardest, because it's all random chance. Okay, that's actually a lie. Because even though it is all random chance, the fact that there are some things that are guaranteed real makes them easier to get. Even if it took us forever to get the Thinker. That still doesn't mean it had an increased chance of happening. Because it was always going to be real. Everything else, however, nope. But these last 3, the Statue of Nike, we've probably had a dozen fakes of this point. The left and right door panels, we have seen fakes of both. Definitely more of, I want to say the right one. I want to say we've had like 8 of the right one and like 2 of the left one. There is definitely an imbalance, but it's not by much. Still don't know when Festival is. I thought it would have already happened by this point. But nope, nothing as of this moment. Actual, like, any plans for today? No. It's Animal Crossing. You know how this works at this point. We've been doing this long enough. Because, yeah, we redid Fruit Island. Oh, we're gonna make that snowman, obviously. But yeah, so we're starting right now because the Nintendo Switch Sports demo just happened. The first one, I think there's one at like 3 a.m. These are all Pacific time. There's one at 3 a.m. Pacific time. There's one at 11 Pacific time. There's one at, again, 7 Pacific time, and then I think there's another one at 3 a.m. Pacific time. So there are a few more, there's like 4 more demos after this. Maybe if I get lucky I'll play in the next 3, but we'll see. Or at least I'll play in like 2 of the, because I probably won't play the 3 a.m. one, because that's Cocoa Bananas to do it that early. I mean, I could, but I'm not going. It's not worth it for me enough to stay up till 3 a.m., but... Yeah. Hey, Zuck. Don't let you Zuck more than you can handle. Oh, good, it was his. Ninja costume. Alright. So yeah, I played the demo, but Nintendo on their website says you cannot post anything. I don't remember the exact specific phrasing, but it's like you cannot post any like video or gameplay or whatever to social media. I don't know. Now, I don't remember the specific wording. I don't remember if that means you can't talk about it at all, or if you just can't post like video of it or like stream it or whatever. It's very vague, right? So instead, we're gonna talk about Wii Sports. Do I have a wink in here? Instead, we're gonna talk about Wii Sports. Yep, we're talking about Wii Sports. Which Wii Sports? Wii Sports 4. Which Wii Sports is that? It's the fourth one, obviously. You know, Wii Sports, Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Sports Club, and then Wii Sports 4. Yep. We're not talking about Nintendo Switch Sports, we're talking about Wii Sports 4. Completely different thing, right? I don't give a fuck what Nintendo thinks about me. Bunch of fucking idiots. This man hates Nintendo. Oh, what is that meme? Oh, is it Robert Downey Jr.? Was that the meme where it's like, oh, this person hates blank, or this person just like, it's like picture, it's like the excited Wojak, and it's place Japan, and then it's the excited person, and then it's the excited Wojak, and it's just place anywhere else, and then Robert Downey Jr. This person just likes experiencing the beauty of nature. Yeah, this person just likes to talk about the thing. I completely lost my train of thought on that one, admittedly. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Switch Sports. Yeah, not Switch Sports, Wii Sports 4. So I played some Wii Sports 4. I played the fencing one. I went, I think, undefeated in the fencing one. Now, I was annoyed. Now, that doesn't... Okay, I shouldn't say undefeated. You do it in rounds of 3, right? So, best 2 out of 3. At the end of every best 2 out of 3, I won. I won every best 2 out of 3. So, I did win basically every one of those. Doesn't mean I won every match, but I won every best 2 out of 3. I was kind of annoyed because, like, sometimes I'd, like, swipe left. And you know how this Wii Motion Plus works. It's not... Like, it's better than the, like, default Wii, but it's not so much better. So, like, I'd swipe left, and it just wouldn't swipe left, or sometimes it would just swipe straight down. That was kind of annoying, right? Like, I wanted to swipe left, and nope, it just wouldn't swipe left. But even still, with that problem, I was able to work through it, and I just dominated. I completely dominated. Yeah, I think I got into, like, a stalemate once out of all the times I did it. I got into, stalemate, where it's, like, it's a draw, and then you go into sudden death. Which sudden death works exactly like Wii Sports Resort. There are different types of clubs, which are interesting. I didn't really mess around with them. Like, you can have 2 swords, I guess. I don't know, I didn't mess around with it. Oh, I thought the head was a little too small. But yeah, I played it, and I enjoyed it. It's you know, it's sword fighting just like Wii Sports Resort. You know, and there's probably going to be some more changes later on, but so far, it's exactly what I expected it to be. And yeah, I liked it. I'm good at it, I guess. I don't know, I wouldn't think I would be, but I am. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I played some tennis. So, tennis did not go well. Just making it as simple as possible. I did not win a single game of tennis. I got close. I think there was one game that we were tied up 7-7 at one point, or something like that. Like, we had I tied it up at the very end, and I still lost that one. I think another game of tennis I lost by, like, I think it was like 5-7. And then I think I only did 3 games of tennis. The third game, I lost, like... Originally, it went, like, 0-6. I was doing terrible. And then at the very end of the game, I got, like, 4 points before they eventually took it. But yeah, so while I'm really good at, sword fighting, I am really bad at tennis. Like, I tried... Nope, tennis just ain't the sport for me. I don't know, I really suck at using, like, you know, you have, like, 2 people on the court. You have the person in the front and the person in the back. Oh, Celeste is here. Yay, Celeste Bella Questabelle. Right, I really suck at using the person in the front. I can use the person in the back. Okay-ish. But the person in the front, nope, I always forget about him. So that sucks. Yeah, I played a few games of tennis, because the games are just completely random. Oh, Rose. Still waiting for that bed. Still waiting for that bed. Yeah, of course we already have that. Yeah, the games are... It was completely random which one I got. I got sword fighting the most. Right, out of all the games, all the 3 games in Wii Sports 4, I got sword fighting the most. So that, yeah, because it only requires 2 people. Tennis could be done with 2 to 4, and then the last one was 16. Which, I wonder if the final version is going to be up to like 100. It'd take a lot longer, honestly, but I think 100 would be interesting, to say the least. We'll see. Yeah, so tennis, just not for me. I tried. Maybe I'll get lucky tomorrow. Oh, it's, I recognize you. Melba? Yeah, like Melbourne, Australia. Okay, you're a thing that exists. So, finally, there was the bowling. If you don't... I love Wii Sports Bowling. Technically, Wii Sports Resort is better bowling. Technically, it's better. But there's just something special about the original Wii Sports Bowling. I have bowled a perfect game before. That was a long time ago now. Oh, God. I've actually bowled a perfect game several times before. The first time I ever did it, I was over at my cousin's house. And, of course, because... Okay, let me give you a little history for me when Wii Sports. When Wii Sports originally came out... So when when the Wii originally came out. Let's start there. When the Wii originally came out... Rockhead statue, and what's this other thing? Oh, a gelato umbrella. So when Wii Sports originally came out, or when the Wii originally came out, it was really hard to find a Wii. Like, you know how right now it's really hard to find a PS4 and a PS5? Or, I mean, a PS5 and an Xbox Series X? Yeah, it was about as hard to get a Wii. The Wii, everybody wanted one, and they were super hard to get a hold of. From, like, the release in 2005 to, like, through 2007. So, like, the first time you could really get a Wii was 2008. I mean, there were still people who had them, of course. But it was a pain in the ass. I didn't get a Wii until, like, 2008, maybe even 2009. It took me a while to get a Wii. My cousin, on the other hand, got a Wii in, like, 2006, maybe even 2005. He had one a lot earlier. He was able to get one. In fact, both my cousins on, right? Because, yeah, from different families? How do I word this? Right? So, different aunts and uncles, right? Their kids. It was technically, again, you know how cousins work. They both had a Wii before I had a Wii. I was the last one to get a Wii. Oh, look, there it is. Now there were 3. The left and right door panels, and the statue of Nike. Once we have those 3, we're done with the museum. If anybody wants to donate anything, that would be wonderful. If you need any real paintings, I have plenty of real stuff that I'm willing to give in exchange. Oh, God. It would be very helpful. Yeah, so the Wii was hard to get, but, I had a cousin who had the Wii. Both my cousins had a Wii. But at one, we went and visited them, and it was like, oh yeah, let's play some Wii. And I don't remember what was happening, but, like, it was basically just me inside. And, like, they did something else, and it was maybe me and, like, one other person. And we were just sitting there playing the Wii, and I bowled a perfect game. Everybody else was doing something else. Nobody cared. Nobody cared that I bowled a perfect game, but I bowled a perfect game. Again, I think it was like 2000. This was probably 2006. I don't know. It's been a long time since then. But yeah, I bowled a perfect game in Wii Sports Bowling. And then it took me a few, and then eventually again, like a few years later, I got my Wii, and then it took me a while, but I was eventually able to bowl a perfect game in that. And I think I also bowled a perfect game in Resort at some point or another. Resort was, because of the motion, the gyroscope in the Wiimote Plus. It's a lot harder to bowl a perfect game in Wii Sports Resort. I think in the original Wii Sports, it's a little easier. Oh, hey, look, it's the panel. And guess what? This is fake. I can already tell you it's fake. Because it should be green. Probably, anyways. Because you know my luck. God, I can almost guarantee you it's fake. I'm not going to 100% say anything, but it's like 99% sure it's fake. But yeah, so that was my history with Wii Sports. Wii Sports Club. Did I ever bowl a perfect game in Wii Sports Club? I don't think I did, but I also didn't play much Wii Sports Club, honestly. It's kind of like I know I had the subscription service for a little bit, because it was a subscription service game, but it wasn't that long. So I probably never bowled a perfect game in Wii Sports Club, but definitely in the original 2 Wii Sports, I totally did. And in Wii Sports Resort, they actually gave you an achievement for doing it. But that takes us to Wii Sports 4. So I did 3 games of bowling because you get sword fighting most often because it only takes 2 people. Bowling, it's 16-person eliminations. So you do 3 rounds, it eliminates the bottom 8. You do another 3 more rounds, and I think it eliminates the next 3. So it brings you down to 5. And then you do 3 more rounds, it brings you down to... It doesn't do like a 1v1 at the end. No, it's a right, it's not 1v1. There's 3 people in the finals. But it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so it's basically divided into 4 rounds, which every 3 rounds you get eliminated until you get to the final. So the first time I got bowling, 16 people, I think I got a 7-10 split my first time, which was terrible. But I think I ended up getting 1 spare, but it wasn't enough, right? I got eliminated the first time. So I was like, okay, that sucks, whatever. Next time I play a little bit of bowling, so the next time I get it, I'm barely able to keep my head in. I think I qualify in like 7th. With like a spare. I don't think I got a strike, but with a spare and whatnot. Then I just started, and then in the second set of frames, I did even better. I think I got a strike in that one. Third set of frames, again, I think I got strikes and spares. And then in the final frame, to win it all, the point difference between me and the person in first place in the semifinals was like 5 points. It was really close. And then in the final frame, I bowled a turkey. 3 strikes in a row. And I bowled the first one, and I'm like, yeah, strike. And then for a second I forgot that you get to bowl 2 more times after that if you get a strike. And I was like, oh shit. So I bowled a second strike, and then I bowled a 3rd strike. I got a turkey. And I managed to win. I think I won with a score of like 192 or something like that. It was in 190s. I don't think I crossed 200, but it was like, oh yeah, no, I did pretty good. And so I won my first bowling battle royale. Yeah. Right as the demo was ending, I get bowling again. And I'm like, oh god, please don't cut me off while I'm in the middle of bowling. It didn't, luckily. In my 3rd round of bowling, I bowled a strike and a spare on every frame except for the last one. I screwed up in the last one and got not a 7-10 split, but it was not 7-10. It was what would that be? Not 8. It would be 8-10. Whatever. I got a pretty bad in the end, right? I got a pretty bad split at the end. So, and I couldn't nail it. But other than that, I bowled a strike or a spare on every other frame. I got 2 turkeys. I didn't get a what is it, a quarter, where you get 4 in a row. I didn't get 4 in a row, but I got 3 in a row twice. I finished with if I hadn't screwed up the last frame, I would have done better. But I finished with, I think, a score of like 223 or something like that. And I obviously won that one. And I should also say, I was in first place the entire time. Like, I started off, I think I bowled a spare, 2 strikes, then I think then maybe another strike, then a spare, then another 2 strikes, then a spare. Now, the fact that they don't want people posting about this demo, I would think that would mean that they don't want us showing, like... I would think, like, oh, if they don't want people posting about the demo, then they wouldn't want people to, like, be able to take, like, screenshots. Because, like, the Nintendo Switch has the ability to take screenshots, and they can disable that. Like, in the credits of games, like in the credits of Pokemon Legends Arceus, they disable the ability to take screenshots. In Super Smash Bros., they disable the ability to take screenshots and videos. Admittedly, that's because the game can save screenshots and videos on its own. But yeah, they disable all of that. So I would think, like, oh, if they don't want people talking about the demo, then they would disable the ability to take screen... Oh, I just threw up in my mouth a little. Oh, I need to drink some water. Give me a second. I have no idea why I just did that. And I'm out of water. Shit. But yeah, so I would think, like, oh, they would get rid of my ability to take screenshots. Nope. They did not. I was perfectly allowed to take screenshots as I please. And of course, I see people posting about it on Twitter constantly. Like, that's, like, literally Wii Sports is, I don't think #1 trending. But, it's pretty high up there on trending. I do wonder if someone has bowled a perfect game already. Oh, I see a 225 right here. Oh, yeah, and you can't bowl backwards. For some reason, I remember in Wii Sports, right, you hold the trigger, you pull back, and then you let go of the trigger to throw the ball forwards. And this, you just keep holding the trigger. I don't know, for some reason I remember, maybe it didn't work differently, but in my memory, you let go of the trigger to throw the ball, but maybe that's just me. Like, it'll still throw the ball, it just will, like, suddenly, like, stop on you and be like, nope, you did it wrong. So that was weird. But yeah, I did great on bowling. The first round was terrible, but once I got back in the groove of things, I did amazing in bowling. And won 2 in the thing. For once, a battle royale that I can win at the moment. I mean, once the game actually comes out, we'll see. But yeah, I did pretty good. Oh, a tarantula. Oh gosh, did it? It's dead as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I did really well in bowling, it's just like, yeah, it's technically a little different, but I still love it. You know, I love me some Wii Sports bowling. It's still Wii Sports still the best bowling game ever. Like, there have been other people that have tried to do it, and it's just not the same. Even just on how the game, like, feels, like the way it, like the physics and whatnot, and like just throwing the ball. Nothing just ever feels as good as Wii Sports. And Wii Sports Resort, I guess. But no, this one feels good. I liked it. Like, that was Clubhouse Games 52 or whatever. It had bowling. It just didn't feel right. But no, I think this felt good. I enjoyed it. I think this Battle Royale, especially if they extend... Like, I feel like 100 people would take a lot longer. But if they do, like... I think they might have said they're doing that. I know right now it's 16 people, but this is like an online test. But yeah, I was rather impressed. I I had fun. When it comes to the game looks good. It sounds good. You know, again, I had the problem with the motion controls and sword fighting, but other than that, tennis worked fine, I guess. I think tennis was all just my error. Like, I just was struggling with it. Like, I don't think, like, I didn't ever, like, swing the thing and it just, like, didn't respond. I mean, and if it did, it was because I, like, swing it, like, twice fast in a row. You know how, like, you would wobble back and forth in the original Wii Sports Tennis? Yeah, kind of like that. Ooh, a rope net wall. That's new. Alright, let's head back. But yeah, after that, what else did I... Yeah. But yeah, in bowling, when I finished off the game of bowling, it ended. I mean, it might have actually still been going on, but I, like, stopped right there. But yeah, I'm so... Ah, gosh. I'm excited to have Wii Sports Bowling again. I really am. But yeah, and I know there are 4 more demos. What else? But yeah, it sounded good. It is weird, because, like, in Wii Sports, you have, like, a microphone in the Wiimote. So when you, like, hit the tennis racket, you hear the ball in the Wiimote. So it's weird. Like, that's a change, definitely. But it's not like it's a major one or anything. But, it's fun. The new, like, the metaversification of the Miis... I don't know. I saw someone say, like, oh, they've yassified the Miis. I don't really know what yassification is, but I know what the metaverse is. I've seen those stupid fucking metaverse ads that are just the worst and, like, really apocalyptic when you think about it. And that's what the new Miis remind me of, is they're like, oh, it's the metaverse. Okay. You can make them into a furry, though, so I guess for some people that's a small price to pay. Hey, Gulliver, what's up? Honestly, I joke about the furry stuff and whatnot. Honestly, having played the game, I don't mind the new Miis at all. I mean, I'm sure, because right now I think there were like 6 options you could choose from. I just went with one of the generic girls. Because, you know, matches my long hair. But, yeah, I'm gonna actually keep playing, like, once the game comes out, I'll probably make a cute character, you know, kind of like Splatoon, where you make a cute character. I'll probably make a cute character, and everything will be fine. But that's not until the game comes out. Which will be a while, you know? I think it's in April. But yeah, so I don't mind the new... So, like, well, I still kind of, like... The Miis just kind of... They were just iconic in their own way. That, like, no other avatar was able to capture. Like, Xbox tried. Xbox really did try to rip off the Miis, and it just wasn't the same. Honestly, Xbox's rip-off Miis remind me more of these new things, which I don't think have names. Like, they're not Miis, they're not... They're humans, I guess. Homs. But yeah, they're fine. You know, they're fine. It doesn't actually matter. And I'm sure once everybody has one that looks different... Because, like, in bowling, when it, like, starts up, you see, like, a camera go down the lane, showing every player, and then it stops at your player. So I'm sure, like, once everybody's Mii looks different, I'm just going to keep calling them Miis. Once everyone's thing looks different, it's going to be like, oh, yeah, boom, there's mine, yay. Right? It'll give that little boost of serotonin. But yeah, no, this is fun. I'm sure going to play more of this, because it's freaking Wii Sports 4. They didn't have any of the new stuff. No badminton, no soccers, no... I think volleyball was the other one. I feel like there's also one other I'm forgetting. I feel like there were 7 things, and not including golf. I think golf comes later. I feel like there's one other thing I'm forgetting. I don't know. But no, it was fine. It was fun. It's Wii Sports. It's technically not perfect, but, you know, I had no problems with when the tech demo started, or not tech demo, when the online beta started, you know, it took me like 5, I think it was like 5-ish minutes to be able to get into a game, But once it started working, because like I was getting so many communication errors, but once it started working, it was working fine. I don't feel like I ever had any lag. It was definitely like when you're spectating other people in bowling, you definitely notice it. Like they'll throw a ball and then just nothing will happen, or like all of a sudden the pens will just be suddenly knocked down. But like that doesn't actually subtract from the game or anything. Like the game felt fine. Tennis, right? I didn't see any lag. I think sword fighting, I don't think that was lag. I think that was a problem with reading inputs. That was annoying me. I don't think that had anything to do with lag. I saw that shooting star. That was too slow. But yeah, no, when it comes out, and again, it's only $40. Like, the reason the original Wii Sports is one of the best is, I don't think it's the best-selling game of all time. I think it's I want to say it's the third or fourth. Because best-selling is Minecraft. Second best-selling is Tetris. Even though I think the Tetris being the second best-selling game, is kind of bullshit. Like, it is, but the problem is they count, like, every version of Tetris. It's not just, oh, the Tetris on the Game Boy was the best-selling game. No, it's like every version of Tetris, and they all get combined into one. Admittedly, I think they do actually technically do the same thing for Minecraft. They combine the Java edition and Bedrock editions. So, I mean, I guess I get it, but I don't know, there was just something about Tetris that I was always like, I don't feel like that should be the best, just because of that. But I know Wii Sports is one of the best-selling games of all time. And admittedly, the reason that happened is because it was a pack-in game with the Wii. And the Wii sold over 100 million units. So whenever somebody bought a Wii, they got a copy of Wii Sports. Technically, it was not universal. Technically, there were, right later on in the Wii's lifespan, there were Wii bundles that came with games like Mario's Kart, and, I know there was a new Super Mario Brothers Wii demo or bundle as well. I don't think there was like a Smash Bros. Bundle. But I know there was other bundles at some point or another. The Wii also liked to get... honestly, there weren't that many Wii bundles because they liked to give away controllers, right? You get Wii Sports Resort, you get a controller. You buy Wii Play, you get a controller. You buy Skyward Sword, you get a controller. Except for me, I didn't get a controller. And I still don't have a Wiimote that has Wii Motion Plus built in. If I want to do a Wii Motion Plus game, I gotta attach one of those stupid dongles. Always meant to go buy an old Wii controller that had it built in. And then I just never did. I guess that's how it happens sometimes. I mean, I'm sure I still can. I doubt Wiimotes are that expensive. They probably are, though, but... I always meant to, like, take my Wiimote to GameStop and trade it in for, like, a new one that had Wii Motion Plus built in. But I think that time is long past, yeah. But yeah, so after that, what else? What else was I saying? But yeah, and this is why 1-2 Switch should have been a pack-in game. If 1-2 Switch had been a pack-in game, it would be one of the best-selling games of all time. Because while I know they always release that Mario Kart 8 Switch bundle, still, and 1-2 Switch is not a terrible game. It's got some fun moments. It's just not got $60 worth of fun moments. It's got, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 at best. But Wii Sports has its own, like, name. It has a weight to itself that, like, earns its title as, like, yeah. I know it's a very simple game, but it's so effective at what it does. And then I know this is gonna sell great because Wii Fit. Wii Fit is one of the best-selling games of all time. Not a pack-in game. In fact, Wii Fit was more expensive than most other Wii games because you had to buy a Wii Balance Board. I'm looking at my Wii Balance Board right now. And I can see it. It doesn't fit in any of my boxes, so it just sits there right next to my bookshelf. But yeah, I see my Wii Balance board right there. And it was still one of the best-selling games of all time. And its successor, Ring Fit Adventure, is one of the best-selling Switch games. I think it's number 10. So yeah, I'm sure this will do great. Honestly, this is the game they could have packed in with the Nintendo Switch Online. Right? Nintendo really is like packing in all these like DLCs. If they had packed in this game, that would have been huge. Yeah, sure, I can give a gift to Whitney. But yeah, if they had put this new Switch Sports on Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo Switch Online's sales would probably skyrocket. Because yes, you do need to buy Nintendo Switch Online to get Switch Sports, or to play the Switch Sports demo, and probably the final, and also the final game at release. But that does mean I have Nintendo Switch Online again. Yep, I bought it today. I bought it right before the demo started. Because, yeah, I wanted to play the demo, obviously. So I have Nintendo Switch Online. That means I'm going to play Splatoon. I've been watching Sugar Conroy series. Really good series, that Sugar Conroy series. Highly recommend it. And, yeah, so as a result, I'm going to probably play Splatoon. And I'm excited for Splatoon. And, I don't know, probably July or August. It happens when it happens, Now, when I was buying Nintendo Switch Online, I did see oh, wait, we can't sell that. Oh, yeah. I did see, the expansion pass. And I did think about it for a minute. I was like, do I want to get the expansion pass? But I really thought about first of all, again, I'm buying a family membership. So, like, several people are using it. And the other thing, though, on top of buying the family membership, why did I buy a shovel? Hey, baby Joey, how you doing? The other thing is the price point of the expansion pass for Nintendo Switch Online. It goes from I think it's $35 for the normal pass to $80. That's more than double the price. If it was like $60, I would have done it. If it was $60 for the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass, I would have done it. But at $80, and I know, it gets 8 people, and that's basically $10 a person. Technically not terrible, but with the normal pass, it's it's not $2.50 a person, but it's still really cheap. But yeah, so I just bought the normal Nintendo Switch Online. But yeah, I'm excited to play more of this Wii Sports 4 demo in the coming days. We still got, again, there's really only 2 more sessions here in America anyways, because all the other sessions are at like 4 a.m. I think it's 3 a.m. Pacific time. So that's stupid early. But yeah, I'm the king of bowling. I'm the king of bowling. I'm actually glad I could take a screenshot, because if I couldn't, I would be so disappointed if I got a perfect game and I had no way to document it. That would be so disappointing. But I just once I realized I could take pictures and videos, I just took a bunch of pictures and videos. Oh, we got Sid's photo. Fantastic. That means the only photo we have left to get is, Bob's as well. Technically, we don't have Bobbert's, but we need, Sasha's as well. Sasha's the main one. Speaking of Sasha, how you doing? Still love that board game table so much. You eating a donut? I've been wanting a donut recently. I was thinking about that. I saw, this was probably around Valentine's Day. I saw an ad for donuts. You could get a test play for free on the Nintendo Switch site for the Nintendo Switch Sports. That is true. Yeah, that is totally true, that you can totally get a free trial to play the Nintendo Switch Sports. The reason I didn't do that is because I know I'll keep using Switch Online, even afterwards. right? I want to play Splatoon. I'm sure there's something I want to do in... I mean, Pokemon kind of has online, but I want to play Splatoon 2. I want to play Splatoon 3. I'm sure there's other stuff coming out that I'm going to want to play. I'm going to want to play Switch Sports when it officially comes out in April. And I was like, yeah, and plus, again, I think my Family Pass is filled up at this point. I think I officially do have finally 8 people on it. So, yeah, there are technically 7 other people who are on my Family Pass who all use Switch Online. Technically, they don't really use it that much. Like, maybe they'll play a game of, like, Mario Kart Online every, like, month or so. But other than that, no, they don't really use it. But yeah, no, it's worth it for me. Because I know I'm going to get my use out of it. And I'm sure the other people will use it. It's just the expansion pass just ain't worth it. God, the expansion pass is just... It's just too much money. There's Sid's photo. We gotta trash that informative statue. Yeah. No. Oh, God. You know, I would not think... Like, if you had told me a few years ago that I would be this excited for a Wii Sports, I would not believe you. Like, I like Wii Sports. Don't get me wrong. I do. And like I said, I bowled perfect games. But I don't... But, like, I didn't think I loved it, right? Like, I enjoyed it. It's a fun thing to play. But I didn't think I loved Wii Sports. But seeing all the hype around this new one, and I guess it's nostalgia, right? We are the nostalgia generation that does nothing but crave for a world that has been long forgotten, right? That is the millennial mentality. And as a result, I guess I do feel a lot of nostalgia for Wii Sports. I mean, like I said, I bowled a perfect game over... Well, oh God, how old would that have been? That was over 10... That's not 16 years ago, right? It's 2020. Yeah, no, that would have been 16 years ago. I bowled a perfect game in Wii Sports. And now I'm just trying to recapture that high. So yeah, I guess it is nostalgic. Ooh, I don't think that looks good on you. It's fine, it's fine. I don't think it looks great, but whatever. You know, I thought the same thing when the new one was revealed in the Direct. I was like, I don't think this looks that good. Actually playing it, nah, it's fine. It's when you're sitting down to play it, it becomes less of an issue. Honestly, and I'm sure once you'll be able to customize your character, you'll enjoy it. It'll work better, right? You'll make a character that's your own, and it'll be like, yeah, this has personality. I like this one. Right, my chipmunk thing. I don't know why I keep going back to the furry thing. Maybe it's just because I know it's there and I find that really weird. And the funny thing is that they, like, I remember, like, on the original Wii, it's like, oh, look at all these crazy Miis you can make. Because there was that Mii channel, and people were like, oh, look, we made a hamburger. Oh, look, it's Peter Griffin. Oh, look, it's blah, blah, blah. And over the years, the Miis have gotten more detail. Like, the amount of details on the Miis in Miitopia are crazy. The amount of crazy things people were doing with the Miis in Miitopia is wild. And, like, if that had been integrated into Nintendo Switch Sports, it would have been like, oh my gosh, this is... Like, you would have been fighting freaking, like, all these crazy, wild things, like, freaking HD Baby, right? And it's just like, and it really does look like an HD Baby. Like, it's actually really impressive that they did that. I'm trying to think of any other wild examples. I know there are a bunch, because people were doing crazy things when that game came out. And, like, they could have just integrated that into the... Because Miis are in the Nintendo Switch hardware. And I know they added, like, hair colors and whatnot. But they really could have gone all out. And added, like, all sorts of new things. But, nah. Nope, they didn't. So, here we are, I guess. But, yeah, again, these new characters will be fine. It's not what we love. Again, it doesn't hit that nostalgia itch, but it's fine. It could be a lot worse. All right. What was I? Oh, we have to go check the computer. Yeah. There's one other thing I wanted to look at in the house. I don't remember what that was now. Yeah, there's one more thing we gotta go look at here in the house. Yeah. Oh god, I use the wrist straps for the Joy-Cons. I don't know. They always like unless you put them on wrong, they work fine, but they always just kind of feel kind of flimsy. I don't know. Technically, like I don't think I ever used the wrist strap on the Wii. I know I never used like the Wii had like a plastic shell that came with it, like the controllers. I know for a fact I never used those. Like maybe once or twice, but those big bulky things were never too convenient. I know they had those for a reason, and God, the amount of TVs that people broke back in the day. Oh my gosh. Oh, so many memories. God, that was 16 years ago. That's just it doesn't feel again, we're getting old. That doesn't feel like that long ago, but no. It was basically an entire generation ago. There are kids in like high school right now who know nothing about like the Wii. I mean, they probably had one because everybody had a Wii, but yeah, they probably know nothing about it. Oh my gosh, that's wild to think about, but it's true. It's the true. Are all God? We have three discus throwers. Yeah, we have two statues of Nike. Both of them are fake. Ah, what a shame. Are the paintings in here? Oh no, it's these paintings. I don't know how we got two of Lucky's paintings. But yeah, we're just missing Bobbert and Sasha. And then we have every villager currently living on the island. Plus a few that don't. Like Lucky doesn't live on the island anymore. I think Lucky's the only one that doesn't live on the island anymore. That's actually kind of surprising, but I guess that makes sense. Here's where I was looking at. Gosh, yeah, look at some of these. Holy cow, we have a lot of real paintings. Holy crap. I forgot how many real paintings we had. And I'm only missing 3. I'm only missing 3, and I just can't get them. No matter how hard I try. But we have so many duplicates. We have 3 of these. Oops. I'm glad I got a second Birth of Venus, though. Because I traded that away a little while ago. And I wanted to put it up in the house. But I never did. Because I traded it away. So, tomorrow. So, we're ending off here today. But tomorrow is day 700. It has been 700 days since we started playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I used to be at one point, I had played 700 days in a row. That is no longer true. I have not played 700 days in a row. I have still played a lot of days, though. Of those 700, I've probably played 600 and I'm going to say 675 at least. It's a fair bit. But we're at day 700. And then I wonder why my Switch my thing isn't updating. My backup. It hasn't updated since the 9th. I don't like that. It's not that big of a deal, but I wonder why that is. I don't know. I noticed that the other day. But yeah, it's day 700. I do I had two ideas for tomorrow's stream. We're definitely going to do option B. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do option B. Because I don't... The option A is we will do it eventually, but just not tomorrow. But yeah, for tomorrow, we're going to do something that I have... Yeah, just as a hint, it's something I have joked about doing for a long time now. And we're finally going to do it. Yep, I've been joking about it for a long time now, talking about how cliche it is, and we're finally gonna do it. I give up. It's day 700. It's a special day. We kind of have to. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace. Also, maybe check on the Discord. Maybe I'll post my screenshots for Wii Sports 4 on there, because Nintendo, fuck Nintendo, and the Discord's regulated. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll just show them on stream tomorrow or the next day. Whackity schmackity do. Until next time, peace.